The night was eerily silent, broken only by the distant wail of a siren. Jason Carter, a former CIA operative, adjusted his bulletproof vest as he scanned the deserted alleyway. His assignment was simple: retrieve a classified dossier from a safe house in downtown Chicago. But nothing was ever simple in his line of work. As he approached the safe house, his instincts screamed at him. Something was off. He slowed his pace, his hand hovering over the holster of his Glock 19. A single flickering streetlight cast a long shadow over the doorway. Jason took a deep breath and moved forward. The door creaked as he pushed it open. Inside, the room was dark, save for the moonlight streaming through a broken window. He stepped cautiously, scanning the space. Then he saw it, a man slumped over a table, blood pooling beneath him. The dossier was clenched in his lifeless hand. Jason reached out to grab it when a gunshot rang through the room. He ducked instinctively, rolling behind an overturned couch. His heartbeat pounded in his ears as more shots ripped through the air. Someone had been waiting for him. His mind raced. The mission had been compromised. He peered through a gap in the furniture and saw two masked men moving toward him. He had seconds to act. With a swift motion, he drew his gun and fired, hitting one assailant in the shoulder. The other lunged at him, and they grappled, knocking over a lamp. Jason slammed his elbow into the attacker's ribs and wrestled him to the ground. A sharp pain shot through his side as a knife grazed his skin, but he ignored it. With one final punch, the man went limp. Gasping for breath, Jason grabbed the dossier and ran. He knew he had only minutes before reinforcements arrived. The streets were empty as he sprinted toward his extraction point, his wound throbbing. Just as he reached the black SUV waiting for him, a sniper's bullet whizzed past his ear. "Go!" he shouted as he dove into the vehicle. The driver slammed the gas, tires screeching against the pavement. As the city lights blurred past, Jason clutched the dossier. He had completed his mission, but he knew this was far from over. Someone had set him up, and he was going to find out who. Jason sat in a dimly lit safe house hours later, treating his wound with whatever supplies he had. He opened the dossier, flipping through the documents. His eyes widened. It contained classified information on a covert operation named Shadow Serpent, an underground intelligence network smuggling sensitive data to the highest bidder. A sharp knock at the door made him tense up. He gripped his Glock and crept toward the door. "Who is it?" he demanded. "You don't want to shoot me, Carter," came a female voice. Jason hesitated before unlocking the door. A tall, dark-haired woman stepped inside. "Emma Reynolds," she introduced herself. "I used to be CIA, just like you. And right now, we have the same enemy." Jason narrowed his eyes. "And who would that be?" "Your agency," Emma replied. "You were set up, Jason. That dossier wasn't meant to fall into your hands. They'll do anything to get it back." Jason clenched his jaw. "Why should I trust you?" "Because I'm the only one who can help you stay alive," she said, tossing him a burner phone. "In 24 hours, they'll come for you. Be ready." Before Jason could respond, she vanished into the night. Jason sat back, exhaling sharply. He was no longer just an operative, he was a target. The game had changed. He had 24 hours to figure out his next move before the hunters became the hunted. The last assignment had only just begun.